Hey everyone! In this video, you'll see how to collect payments on your products and services with PrettyPay and Stripe. Whether you're selling digital or physical products, digital subscriptions, subscription boxes, or unique content, PrettyPay lets you create a sleek, pre-designed digital storefront. Since the checkout experience uses Stripe, one of the most popular and stable ways to accept payments online, you'll be able to create checkout pages for your products without a bunch of coding, design, or complications. You can easily accept payments right on your site with customized checkout links. Here's how it works. Your customers click on your product link and make a quick purchase on your sleek checkout page generated by Stripe. And then they'll get access to a convenient customer portal. Here they can update their payment details and manage their subscriptions, which creates a smooth experience between you and your customers. So in this video, you'll learn how to create your product's link, add your product in Stripe right in the PrettyLinks plugin, set your price and billing, and choose what information that you collect from customers. You'll see how to create coupon codes and how to automatically insert your link on your site's posts and pages so you can earn money on your products right away. Before you get started, you'll need the PrettyLinks plugin installed in your WordPress site, and you'll need a Stripe merchant account. Now, this video is going to be a pretty basic rundown of how to get PrettyPay Links set up and earning money, but be sure to check out our extensive support documentation on PrettyPay for much more information on the many options I'm about to go over. Okay, so once you have your Stripe account set up and PrettyLinks installed, when you click on PrettyPay here under PrettyLinks for the very first time, you'll be prompted with this window to connect your Stripe account. If you are prompted with this window, just simply click here to connect PrettyLinks to your Stripe account. Or you can also go to PrettyLinks, Options, and the Payments tab. And then once you're here, just click Connect with Stripe. And then you'll be redirected to this page on Stripe. Once you're here, if you're not logged into Stripe already in your browser, enter your email associated with your Stripe account and your password. And then verify your login if you're prompted to do that. And then select what Stripe account that you want to use. Once that's selected, click Connect. It'll take a moment to connect, and then you'll be redirected back to PrettyLinks. And you can see here on my sample site that Stripe's now connected. So once Stripe's connected, you're all set to start creating your links. But first, below you see some options. PrettyPay Thank You page lets you select a page that customers will be taken to after making a purchase. You can select Auto Create New Page to automatically create a thank you page to use. Or you can create a separate WordPress page in your site and then select it here from the dropdown. But to make things easy, I'll select Auto Create New Page. Then you can select a currency that will be set by default when creating products. And this last option, Customer Portal, will let you set up a page on Stripe where customers can manage their subscriptions if they purchase a recurring type of product in your site, like a recurring subscription. So to set up the customer portal, just click here. Now you'll have to do this to actually generate the portal page. And then enter a header that will display on the page. And then here you can insert the URL for a privacy policy page if you have one, and a terms of service page as well. So you just paste that URL here. So you could create these pages on your site by creating a new page in WordPress and then pasting their URLs here. Then you have the option to allow customers to update their data. And you can choose what information customers can update on their portal, like their name, email address, billing and shipping address, phone number, and tax ID number. So just select what you want your customers to be able to update and change. Next, you can allow customers to update their payment method by leaving this option enabled. This is a good idea since it makes it as easy as possible for you to get paid, in case someone gets a new credit card or theirs expires, or for whatever other reason, if they need to update it, they can do that in their portal. And next to Subscription Cancel, you can allow customers to cancel their own subscriptions in the customer portal too. Again, this pertains to products that are sold as a recurring type of payment, and we'll see how those are set up and what they look like later in the video. And then, in the dropdown, you can select when you want subscriptions to be canceled when a customer decides to cancel them. They can be canceled at the end of the billing period. So if the billing date on a monthly subscription, for example, is on the 31st of the month, and a customer cancels on the 15th, the subscription itself won't actually be canceled until the 31st. And in that case, the customer can renew if they change their mind before the 31st. Or you can select the second option, which will go ahead and cancel the subscription immediately when the customer chooses to cancel. Okay, next you see subscription pause. Enabling this will let a user pause their subscription as opposed to canceling it. So they can pause it, in which case they'll stop being billed for it, but they will also lose access to the subscription until they resume again. And lastly, you can show a paid invoice history on the customer portal by leaving this enabled. So I'm going to show you what a sample customer portal looks like later in the video. So once you have all these settings configured how you want them, make sure to click Update here at the bottom to activate the customer portal, or to update whatever change if you come back in here and make any changes. And once I hit Update and everything's saved, you can see this URL here, which is the link my customers will use to access their portals. So I could place this link in emails, on my site's navigation menu, and anywhere else on my site to make extra sure my customers have access to it. And if they buy a recurring type of product, they'll get a link to it right on the thank you page, which we'll see later too. Now that I have my Stripe account connected to PrettyPay, my thank you page and currency set up, as well as my customer portal, next I'll show you how to create a product and start selling. So first, I'll go to PrettyLinks and PrettyPay Links. Then I'll click Add New to create a new PrettyPay link. This will create a link for the Stripe checkout page for a product. First, give it a name. This will only be visible to you in the backend, but it should describe what the product is to make things easy for you. So for this sample link, I'm going to use it to sell an ebook product to teach the Japanese language. So I'm going to name this Japanese ebook. And then enter what you want the URL to be. It'll be your site / and then whatever you enter here. Or you can just leave it set to the text that's automatically generated for you right here. But for my link, I'll set the URL to be Japanese-ebook. And then next, you'll select or create a product. And this corresponds to products that are in your Stripe account. If you click on this drop-down here, you can choose one that already exists in your Stripe account, or click Add New Product to create a new one, which will let you create a brand new product right here in PrettyLinks, and it'll add it to your Stripe account. But before I move on, I'll show you what this looks like in Stripe first to give you a better idea of how this is working. So here in this dropdown, I see a list of products that are populated with what's currently in my Stripe account. So if I go to my Stripe dashboard that I have opened up here in a new tab, and I go to More here on the left, and Product Catalog, here you see all the products created on your Stripe account. So here's all mine. And you'll notice these are the products that just showed up on that dropdown when creating my PrettyPay link. Also, you can create products here in Stripe too. So you would just click Add Product, and then create a product right here in Stripe. So you could create the product here, and then go to create your PrettyPay link in PrettyLinks, and then select it from the dropdown. But to make things easy, you do have the ability to create new products right when creating your PrettyPay link. So you don't have to come into your Stripe account to do that. You can do it right when creating your link. So to show you that, I'll go back to WordPress, and here on my PrettyPay link, and now I'm going to create a brand new product to use. So I'll click Add a Product. And then you see this window where you can create a new product in Stripe. First, give it a name. Mine will be Japanese ebook. Set the price and the currency. And then select whether this is a one-time product sale or a recurring product. One-time means customers pay you once and get the product. So in my case, they purchase the ebook once and then they get the ebook file. And recurring lets you set up a subscription type of product, where people pay you on a recurring basis, like once a month. So you could have a monthly membership where people pay you every month and get access to whatever you're selling as long as they're paying you every month. I'm going to show you how to set up a recurring product later, but this ebook will be a one-time product, so I'll select one time. Next, select how you want taxes to be calculated. Default will use whatever's set by Stripe Tax if you're using that. See Stripe support documentation on Stripe Tax for more information on how to set it up to automatically collect taxes on your Stripe account. Also, you can set this individual product to be inclusive or exclusive of tax. Now, both of these options will collect taxes, but the difference is how the customer is actually charged. Inclusive of tax will charge the customer only the price of the product, in my case, $50. But the taxes will be taken out of that amount. Exclusive of tax will charge the customer the price of the product, in my case $50, plus the cost of the tax. So the customer's total will be more than $50. But for my product here, I'll just leave this set to default. And then, once you have all this set for the product, click Add Product. And you can see the product added here. Okay, next, under Options, you have a bunch of different options that you can enable here. First, you see Collect Tax Automatically. This will let you collect taxes with this PrettyPay link if you have the Stripe tax feature enabled on your Stripe account. Again, see Stripe support documentation for more information on Stripe tax and how to set it up. So if you are using Stripe tax and enable this option, tax will be calculated automatically based on the address given by your customer. So you have that available if you need to collect taxes on the product. Next, enable collect customers' addresses if you need to capture an address for your customers, like if you're shipping a physical product or are collecting taxes on the product. And if you enable it, you can choose to collect the billing address only, or both the billing and shipping address. And if you select billing and shipping address, you can limit countries that you want to ship to. So you can select those countries right here. So say I only wanted to ship to the United States. I could just select United States here, or the United States in some other country, so you can select multiple countries here too. But for my ebook, I'm not shipping anything, so I'm just going to collect the billing address. Okay, moving on here. You can require customers to enter a phone number in order to complete the purchase, and you can allow promo codes to be entered on the product. I'll show you how to do this later, but you can create coupon codes in Stripe that customers can enter on the product checkout page. And allow business customers to provide tax IDs. We'll add an additional field on your payment form for businesses to provide their VAT or other tax ID. Stripe only displays this field to customers in certain countries. See Stripe support documentation on customer tax IDs for more information about this. And lastly, you see Save Payment Details for future use. When you enable this for a product, Stripe will create a customer in your Stripe dashboard for the product purchase. This option is required for all recurring products and will automatically be enabled. For one-time payments, this option is optional, and if you leave it unchecked, user payments will be recorded as guest payments in Stripe. So moving along here, the next thing you see is a spot to enter a checkout message. What you enter here will display next to the payment confirmation button on your checkout form. So I'll go ahead and enter some text here for mine, and we'll see what it looks like on my checkout form later. And one note, what you enter here can only be up to 1,000 characters, so just keep that in mind when creating your message. And next up, we have Thank You Page. The Thank You Page is a page that customers will be redirected to after making a successful purchase of this product. Leaving this set to default will use a thank you page that's automatically created for you. Or you can create your own custom WordPress page and select it here from the dropdown if you want. And if you select a different page here, it'll override the thank you page set in your global PrettyLinks settings, which we saw earlier. But for my example, I'm just going to use the default page set here. And the last field we see is Notes. Here, you can enter notes for yourself about the link. This is just for your own reminder and link management needs, and this note won't be visible on the front end. Also, you can add tags and categories to your PrettyPay links here if you want to. Adding tags and categories is a great way to organize and group your links together as you grow your business and add many links on your site. For example, I could create a tag for ebooks and apply it here. And then any product that I add in the future that's an ebook can have that same tag applied to it. So if I ever need to organize or group all my ebooks together, I could do that with a tag. Okay, so once I have everything set up on my PrettyPay link, I'll click here to save it. And then once it's saved, I can see the link added here to the PrettyPay page of the plugin. So here you can view the link, you can copy it by clicking here, you can delete it, email it, and some other options here. And to edit the link, just click Edit or the name of the link. And you can make your changes here. So now that I have a new link created, a product is created for it in my Stripe account. So to show you that, I'll head back to my Stripe dashboard. And here on my product catalog, I'll hit refresh. And I can see the new product I just created in PrettyLinks. And if you click this icon and edit it, you can edit some of its details. You can add a picture of the product if you want to. So you can click Upload, and then you can select an image file from your computer. And it adds it here, just like this. And then here you have some more options. And if you click Advanced Pricing Options, you can enter some tax info and location, etc. Also, if you make any changes to your products here in Stripe, just be sure to click Update Product to save it. Okay, so now that we've seen the product in Stripe, now I'm going to go back to WordPress to show you what this product link looks like. So right here on my PrettyPay link, I'll hover over it and right-click on PrettyPay Link and choose to open it in a new incognito window. If you're not familiar with it, an incognito window lets you view your site as if you're a brand new visitor, not logged in as your site's admin user. So it's what your customers will see. Opening links in an incognito window is really useful for testing and seeing exactly what new site visitors will see. And here's the link. You can see the PrettyPay link redirects to this page right here on Stripe. And here's the page that's created for the product and the checkout experience. It's got all my information here, the picture I added, all the payment fields, the address field, since I did enable that on this link, and a place here to enter a promo code, since I also enabled that option. So once a user clicks on your PrettyPay link, that click is tracked right in PrettyLinks, and they're redirected to Stripe to make the purchase. So this checkout process is all handled by Stripe, which makes this process really easy for you, since you don't have to set up and design a separate page for the product. It's all handled for you by Stripe. Okay, so before I show you what this whole process looks like for a customer buying a product, I'm going to close this incognito window to first show you what setting up a recurring type of product looks like. And then I'll show you how to create a coupon in Stripe so we can see what that looks like too. So back here on WordPress as my site admin user, I'll go to PrettyLinks and PrettyPay Links. And then add new. So for this link, let's say I want to create a recurring type of product for a subscription box. So I'll name this one Japanese subscription box. And then I'll set my URL slug right here. So it'll be my site/subscription box. And then I'll click add product here. I'll give it a name. So this one will be $19. And for this product, instead of one time like my ebook, I'll set this to recurring. And then here in the dropdown, select how often the customer will get billed for it. So in this case, it'll be monthly. And then I'll click add product. And here you have all the same options that we saw before. I'll collect taxes since I do have Stripe tax set up. I'll collect customers' addresses. And I'll only ship this to the United States. Sorry, rest of the world. Shipping is pretty expensive now. And then I'll allow promo codes for the product as well. Now, two things to note that are different here than when setting up a one-time product. You notice that this here, Save Payment Details for Future Use, is enabled by default, and you can't disable it. Since this is selling a recurring product, an account for a new customer will have to be created since they will need access on a recurring basis to make changes to their address or cancel their subscriptions and stuff like that. And also, since this is a recurring type of product, you see an additional option here to include a free trial. And if you enable it, you can set the number of days that the customer gets to try out the product for free. But a free trial is optional, so you don't have to do that if you don't want. So again, I'll type out the checkout message here, and we'll see what it looks like on the checkout page. Thank you page will be default, and I'll just leave some notes for myself. And then real quick, I'll go ahead and give this a tag and a category. And then once everything's set, I'll click here to save the product. And then when it's saved, I see my subscription box link here on my PrettyPay Links page. Now, if I go back to my Stripe account and the product catalog, here's my subscription box added here. And again, I can come in here and add an image and more. So I'll just go ahead and do that. I'll just add an image here of my subscription box product, and then click the Save the Change. Okay, so before I show you what this all looks like for a customer buying this product, first I'll show you how to create a coupon. Here in Stripe, to create a coupon, just go to Product Catalog, and then click Coupons, and create a coupon. Here you can set up a coupon that customers can use on your product or products. First, enter a name for the coupon. Just make sure it describes your sale or how much off it is. And you can just leave this ID field blank, and you can read why right here. And then you can choose to make this coupon a percentage off or a fixed amount off. So a fixed amount might be to take $10 off the order, for example. Or a percentage off could be 25% off. And then enabling Apply to Specific Products lets you make this coupon code only usable to products that you select here. And if you don't enable this, the coupon can be used on any product that you have on Stripe. So I'll go ahead and enable it. And then here you can select your products. And you can add multiple products by just clicking here. So this coupon will only be usable on my subscription box. So I'll go ahead and set that here. And for the rest of these options, I won't get too in the weeds here, but check out Stripe's documentation on coupons for more information. Basically, you can choose when the coupon code can be used and limit how many times it can be used. And then I'll enable Use Customer-Facing Coupon Codes, and then enter the coupon code itself that customers will type in when buying a product. So this is the code that you can give out to customers and potential customers. So I'll just fill mine out here. And then here you have a bunch of other options that you can set on the coupon too. So you can make it work for first-time orders only, limit it to specific customers, limit the number of times the code can be used, add an expiration date, and require a minimum order value in order to use it. So once I have everything set up here on the coupon, I'll click Create Coupon. And then here under Coupons, I can see it right here. So now that I have a recurring product and a coupon for it created, let's hop back into WordPress to see what it all looks like for a customer. So back here in WordPress, I'll go to PrettyLinks and PrettyPay Links, and then hover over my subscription box and click to view it in a new incognito window. So again, it's like I'm a brand new site visitor or customer viewing the page. And it takes me to my Stripe page for the product. So here's the price and the sign up form. So I'll go ahead and fill this out as a customer now. So I'll enter this customer's email, their credit card information, then I'll enter their name, their address, and since I do have taxes set up in my Stripe account for this state, you can see the sales tax added here to the total. And again, you can choose how this tax affects your sale price with Stripe too. So mine's adding it to the total cost of the product. And you can see here the checkout message that I entered right above my checkout button. And here the customer has an option to save their info with Link by Stripe. I'm not going to get into it here in this video, but see Stripe support docs for more information about what Link is and how it all works. So before I make this purchase, since I did create that coupon for my product, the customer can click Add Promotion Code right here and enter that code. So they'll enter it here and hit Apply, and it applies the discount and updates the price. And then once everything's filled out for the customer, I'll click Subscribe. It'll take a moment to process, and then the customer is redirected to my thank you page. So it thanks them for the purchase, and you can change what this thank you text says by going to the Payments tab of the PrettyLinks options and clicking Edit next to the thank you page. But this is just the default text here. And it's got the order number and the cost breakdown. And also right here at the bottom, the customer sees this link, Manage My Subscription. This links to the customer portal that I set up earlier. So if a customer buys a recurring type of product, right away they can click here to access their customer portal. So the customer can click on it, and then it redirects them to this page on Stripe. So here they'll just enter their email that they use to sign up and hit Send. This will send them an email with a link to their customer portal. And here's what that email looks like. So this customer would just click here, and they have access to their customer portal. Now, depending on what you allow customers to do in the customer portal settings in PrettyLinks, they can cancel their subscriptions, add payment methods, update their addresses, and see their invoice history. So this is what the customer portal looks like. Also, going back to WordPress as my site admin, if I go to PrettyLinks, Options, and the Payments tab again, this link here is where your customers can go to get to their customer portal at any time. So if I go ahead and copy the link, and then open up a new incognito window as a new site visitor, and then paste the link here, if a customer visits this link, they're taken to that same place. They'll be prompted with that same screen to enter their email. And then once they enter their email, they'll be emailed a link to get to their portal. So you can get this link to your customers in a number of ways, like through email, or you can add it as a navigation menu item on your site to make sure that they have quick and easy access to their portal after they buy your products. So if I go back to WordPress as my admin user, all you would do is go to Appearance, and menus. And then you would just add a new item to the menu, paste the customer portal URL, and then name it something like Manage My Payments or something like that. And then click the Save. And then, when existing customers land on your website, all they'd have to do is click that link on the menu. And they'd get to their portal. So at this point, I have my subscription box product all set up with a PrettyPay link, the product is in Stripe, and the customer just made a purchase, and they're able to access their portal. Now, I'm just going to show you a few more things. If I go back to PrettyPay Links, I can see the number of clicks that my link got right here. And if I click on that, I can see a click report and the clicks right here. Also, if I go back into my Stripe account, you can see data about your customers and products here in Stripe too. So first, if I go to More right here on the left and Subscriptions, I can see my customer and the subscription box product that they're subscribed to. And if I click on them, I can see their payments, taxes, invoices, their next invoice date, and some other options here. And you can update the subscription, cancel it, and see all kinds of other information here on this page for the customer. And if I click on the customer name here to go to their actual customer profile page here on Stripe, I can see all this information here. So it has their subscriptions, their payments, their activity. And over here, I can see their address. So I could use this address to ship out their subscription boxes. Also, if you go to Customers, you can see all your customers listed out here. And you can click each one to access their information from here as well. And once I'm selling products, I can go to Payments and see all the payments coming in. So here's that one for my subscription box. And if I click the payment, I could see the customer, subscription IDs, payment details, payment methods, addresses, and tax details. And again, here I can get this customer's address if I was sending out a subscription box to them. Okay, so now I'm just going to show you a few more things here in Stripe. If you click this cog icon here at the top and go to Settings and find Customer Emails, you can find settings pertaining to emails that are sent out to customers about your products. Most notably, successful payment notices and refund emails. So you can set those up here if you want to. Also, if you go back to Settings and then find Subscriptions and Emails, here are some more options pertaining to emails. You can enable this to send a 7-day reminder email before a free trial ends, and you can click here to preview what that email looks like. You've also got some emails that you can set up to prevent failed payments. You can choose to enable this to send emails about upcoming renewals and email about expiring cards. And you can preview those by clicking this eye icon. And you can customize them too. Also, you can manage what happens when payments fail with a bunch of different options here. Scrolling down, you can manage your confirmations, invoices, and a whole lot more. Stripe's got some really good support documentation that will give you more guidance on these options here, so be sure to check them out if you're wondering how to set up any of the stuff that you see here. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to WordPress to show you a few more options relating to PrettyPay. If you go to PrettyLinks and PrettyPay Links, and click on a link, when you're creating or editing a PrettyPay link, you can come into the Advanced tab right here and see even more options that you can apply to the link. Now, I'm just going to briefly go over these here, but again, see our support docs for more detailed explanations of each one. NoFollow, when enabled, will add a nofollow and no index to the PrettyPay Links HTTP redirect header. It'll tell search engines not to index this link. Sponsored, when enabled, will add a sponsored attribute to this PrettyPay Links HTTP redirect header. And this one's recommended for PrettyPay Links to tell search engines that this link shouldn't be indexed. And finally, tracking will enable PrettyLinks' built-in click tracking feature to this PrettyPay link. So you'll be able to see how many times this link's been clicked. Also, here on the Pro tab, if you have a paid PrettyLinks plan, you have access to the keyword replacement feature. So here, you can enter a list of keywords or URLs separated by commas, and on any page in Post and a few other places, it'll replace the keyword or URL with your PrettyPay link automatically. So this is a really profitable feature to make sure that you're making the most out of your PrettyPay links on your site. Now, one last thing I want to show you in this video is how to create product displays from your PrettyPay links to create visually appealing ads for your links. It'll let you display links with a product feature with an image and additional text instead of just a boring old link. See our support documentation for much more information on product displays, what they are, and how to fully customize them. I'm just going to give you a quick overview here, but you'll find a full guide on product displays in our support docs. So, since I have a PrettyPay link all set up, first I'll activate the Product Displays add-on. So, I'll go to PrettyLinks and Add-ons. Then I'll find Product Displays and click to install and activate it. And then once it's activated, I'll go back to PrettyPay Links and click to edit my link. And now I see this tab here for product displays that's been added to the link. And here's where I can create my product display. And I see a preview of what it'll look like on the page right here. Now again, I won't get too in the weeds here, but I'll set up a basic display here on my link and embed it on a page to show you what it all looks like. So first you can select a theme, which changes how the borders of the display actually look. For mine, I'll leave it set to basic. Next, you can upload a product image. So I'll go ahead and do that. And you can see the image updated here. And then you can enter a description of your product. So I'll go ahead and paste mine here. And you can see it in the preview. Next, you can enter a price, just like that. And for badge text, you can enter whatever you want to display in a little flag or badge at the top. So I'll enter some text right here. And it'll show up on the product display like this. And primary button text has to do with the button that will link to the product itself. So you can change what that says right here. And here you can enter a URL for a product review. So you can create a post for it detailing the product and its features, and then enter that URL here. And you could change what the button for that review link says here. So once I have all this filled out, here's a preview of what my product display will look like. So to save it, I'll click Update. Then once it's saved, going back to my link and product display, I'll click this button, Copy Shortcode. I'll be able to paste this shortcode that was just copied on any of my WordPress pages and posts to advertise my product. So now, to show you what my product display looks like, I'll go to Posts here on the left sidebar and click on a blog post that I have. And then I'll select where I want my product to display. And then I'll paste the shortcode here. Just like that. Then I'll click to save the post. Once it's saved, I'll click to view the post now. And scrolling down, you can see my product display embedded right here. So you can see here it's got my image, the badge, the buttons, and customers can click here to get to the page to buy it. Also, going back to my WordPress dashboard, if you have more than one product with product displays set up, you can create what's called a product display group to group them together and display all of them side by side. You just go to PrettyLinks and Display Groups, and then click Add New. Then you would just choose to display your product displays as a list or grid, and then select all your product displays here. And here's a small sample of what that could look like on a post. So you can see all my product displays together. So my customers could compare them side by side, go over the benefits of each, and then choose which one to buy. And that's it. You've now gone through the basics of using PrettyPay with Stripe for smooth product sales on your WordPress website. Check out our support docs on PrettyPay for much more information. And be sure to follow our blog for all of our latest tips and tricks on all things PrettyLinks and link management. Thanks for watching.